Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Kazuri Alameen. I'm still breathing. I'm very grateful. My negative wisdom for you this morning is self. S-E-L-F. It's a very, very precious word. Self is such a precious word, ladies and gentlemen. Who are you? How would you define yourself? Not nobody else. How would you define yourself? Another buzzword for self is the essence of who you are. The essence of who you are. Looking back over your life, the good, the bad, the happy, the sad, the long, the short, the hot, the cold. Who are you? How would you define yourself? Because if you don't define who you are, there are systems in place that would define you for you, and they're not going to have your best interest at heart. So my talk to you this morning is, who are you? How do you define self? The essence, the meat and potatoes of who you are. How would you describe yourself? To yourself, for yourself, through yourself, with yourself. How would you describe yourself? Because it's so very, very vital, ladies and gentlemen, that we begin to know and then self-discover and find out who we are. Our good, the bad, the happy, the sad, the long, the tall, the short. The essence, the meat and potatoes of who we are. How would you answer that question in your private thoughts? And once again, I say private thoughts by design. Why, Mr. Kazuri? Because we all got private thoughts. Who are you? Self. It's all about self. Learn from others, yes. I'm not naive by no means. But at the end and the beginning and the middle of the day, we're going to be with self. We came with self. We're living with self. Even if you're married, we're going to die with self. Self, our essence, our meat of who we are. How would you describe you to yourself? Not anybody else. Sitting down having a conversation with yourself. How would you talk to yourself? Who are you? So many people come to earth and never peel the onion with that conversation. And you go through life mimicking somebody else, being indoctrinated and being manipulated and orientated by somebody else's stuff. How would you define you? Who are you? What is your self? What's your self-talk like? How do you deal with yourself in seasons of prosperity? How do you deal with yourself in seasons of adversity? How do you deal with yourself when you're sad? How do you deal with yourself when you're happy? How gentle are you with yourself when you know you need to be gentle with yourself? So it's so powerful, ladies and gentlemen, because the better you know you, the better you're going to be in this universe. Find out who you are. We're going to have good days and bad days. That's real talk. But self, sit with yourself. Embrace yourself. Love on yourself in all seasons of life. Don't wait for nobody to love you. Love on yourself from an authentic perspective. Wrap your arms around yourself from an authentic perspective. Tell yourself good things from an authentic perspective. Self is so important, ladies and gentlemen. The better you feel about yourself, the better you treat yourself, the better you talk about yourself, the better you're going to treat the world. Imagine being with yourself and you don't love yourself. Come on now. Imagine being with you and everywhere we go, we take us with us and you don't love yourself. I didn't say like. I didn't say lukewarm and you don't love yourself. That's a very fragile place to be because everywhere you go, you take you with you. Everywhere you go, you take you with you. And once again, imagine being with yourself and you love yourself. How delicious. But being with yourself and you don't love yourself, that's a very fragile place to be. Self. You're very unique. You're very special. And I'm encouraging you this morning to continue. I'm excited now. To continue to develop your excellence on earth. Continue to develop your excellence on earth. You're very special. You're very unique. You're one of a kind. Continue to fall in love with you. Be gentle with you. Cherish you. Appreciate you. Admire you. Adore you. It's so very, very important. Peace and blessings.